Have you ever wondered what happens after a moment of intimacy, when it seems like the whole universe has conspired to make it happen? Or maybe you've tried to understand why some men invariably return to certain women, as if drawn by some unseen force. What you learn next could drastically change your understanding of attraction, relationships, and most importantly, your own energy. The author, known for influencing millions through the power of thought and personal energy, once said that our thoughts about ourselves shape our reality. This simple but profound thought opens a new perspective on attraction. It's not just a matter of looks or instant chemistry, but something much more. Attraction is related to the energy frequency we emit, especially after intimate moments. We are not talking about mental tricks or manipulative strategies, but about a deep and genuine understanding of how your energy moves after intimacy, and how to use this knowledge to build healthy, strong, and attractive connections. Most people don't realize that the hours and even days after intimacy have a huge impact on the development of a relationship. What matters is not how good you were at that moment, or what you look like externally, but how you feel inside. This is what determines whether he will come back to you with desire or begin to distance himself. The quality of your energy, your perception of yourself, and how you support yourself emotionally after the meeting. Many women unknowingly make mistakes that can sabotage a relationship, even when everything is going well. These small, seemingly harmless actions change the emotional vibration he perceives and create a subtle but crucial distance. But don't worry, because you will learn how to activate such an attractive and authentic energy that he will not only want to come back, but will also feel that he cannot be far from you. Prepare to discover something important that can change your perception of intimate relationships. It's about how your internal energy after intimacy has a subtle but powerful impact on the attraction between you and your partner. Imagine that desire is not just a pleasant conversation or a passionate night, but a kind of energy wave, invisible but omnipotent, capable of bringing people closer or pushing them away. Louise Hay, a well-known psychologist, argued that every thought and emotion we have emits a certain vibration that shapes our reality. This statement also applies to the realm of love and relationships. After intimacy, the energy emanating from you can strengthen the connection or, conversely, create distance. It all depends on your emotional state at that moment. One of the most common mistakes that has a detrimental effect on relationships is the need for confirmation of feelings. Let's say the night was magical. The connection was extraordinarily strong, but then doubt creeps in. Does he think about me? Did he like me? Who should write first? Imperceptibly, this need for answers begins to destroy the confident energy you were radiating. It is at this moment that many women, without realizing it, begin to lose their power. Instead of staying in harmony with themselves, confident and self-sufficient, they fall into the trap of emotional anxiety. How does this manifest itself? In impulsive messages sent in search of confirmation, in attempts to speed up the development of events when silence is a natural part of the process, in endlessly rereading messages in search of hidden signs, and in the feeling that something is wrong if the answer does not come with the expected speed. At first glance, harmless actions can drastically change a woman's energetic perception. The transformation from a self-confident, magnetism-radiating person into a source of insecurity and craving for approval happens imperceptibly. Paradoxically, this desperate need for connection creates the opposite effect. The man begins to feel subtle pressure and discomfort, which leads to a fading of his interest, even if he is unable to explain the reason. Louise Hay argued that a lack of self-belief is projected outwards, determining the reaction of the surrounding world. In the realm of love, this manifests itself in failures when promising relationships fall apart for no apparent reason. After a moment of intimacy, everyone returns to their usual energetic state. Maintaining a high frequency of confidence, self-esteem, and inner harmony allows you to maintain a sense of living connection, attracting a partner effortlessly. However, a drop in energy level caused by anxiety or doubt destroys this harmony. Interestingly, this process cannot be explained logically. Men often cannot articulate exactly what has changed, but they feel the change. In fact, there is a change in the woman's energy field, which does not go unnoticed. If a man previously saw a whole and self-assured person before him, he now perceives a changed version of her, which confuses him. Instinctively, he senses an inconsistency, which distinguishes a growing attraction from a fading one. Often, after a moment of intimacy, a man seems to withdraw, returning to his usual reality, but his view of you changes. He suddenly feels something new, barely perceptible notes of insecurity, a need for approval, and auras of emotional dependence. And although he may not express it in words, his perception undergoes a transformation. What seemed like a genuine connection now feels like something that constrains him. The great Louise Hay reminded us that we are the architects of our own life experience, and this fully applies to the realm of love. If you want a man to feel the desire to be with you again and again, the secret lies not in your actions, but in your inner state. The key to success is maintaining a high, balanced, and harmonious energy frequency. But how to implement this in practice? This means that you do not need to seek external confirmation of your importance, because you are already confident in yourself. You are not waiting for signs of attention from him, because your value has already been confirmed by an inner voice. You trust your past experience, your intuition, and above all, you believe in yourself. You return to your hobbies, to your world, restore inner balance, and draw strength from this source. After intimacy, do not focus entirely on your partner. Direct your energy towards yourself, resume your hobbies, continue working on your projects, strengthen relationships with loved ones, and, most importantly, reconnect with yourself. Let your absence become a magnet, attracting him not because of an artificially created distance, but because of the radiance emanating from a woman who belongs to herself. It is not about ignoring or demonstrative indifference, but about creating a special space where attraction can naturally mature and strengthen. It should be remembered that true attraction is fueled by mystery, independence, and sincere energy. A man returns not because he is being pursued, but because he feels the untouched radiance and self-sufficiency of female energy, something that cannot be faked. The main thing is what he feels when he thinks about her. If, after intimacy, a woman exudes security, harmony, and confidence, a man subconsciously associates her with a sense of well-being, feels that her presence enhances his own energy. Otherwise, if he feels anxiety, insecurity, or a need for confirmation, something in his mind moves away. Because, as Louise Hay said, insecurity attracts only more insecurity. So how do you ensure that a woman's energy remains attractive after intimacy? The answer lies in the application of special practices that reconfigure her vibrational field so that her essence shines effortlessly. Next, we will consider techniques that go beyond superficial actions, tools to help maintain inner balance and project a powerful energy that makes a man want to return, not out of a sense of necessity, but out of a deep inner need. The first technique is creating a magnetic space. One of the most common mistakes after intimacy is the obsessive desire to constantly maintain contact. However, real attraction arises not from constant availability, but from the ability to create presence in absence. Imagine two magnets. Too close proximity without proper orientation repels them, but with the necessary space, attraction is inevitable. How to apply this in everyday life? Do not rush to send messages immediately after the meeting. Do not fill pauses with unnecessary words. Give the moment a chance to breathe. Let him miss you. Return to your usual routine. Stay true to your plans and inner world. Let the man see that his chosen one is a person with her own interests, that he is part of her universe, but not its center. In conversation with him, you should be light and casual. Avoid asking if he liked it and when the next meeting will take place. Speak confidently, not with doubt. Radiate the energy of a woman who enjoys life, but does not lose her balance. Such a strategic absence, filled with authenticity, is a silent invitation that attracts a man like a magnet. The energetic circle, as a bulwark of independence. A woman who seeks support in another person involuntarily transmits vibrations of need, repelling potential partners. Conversely, when inner energy becomes a source of strength and confidence, a transformation occurs. Louise Hay, a herald of the power of self-sufficiency, urged people to seek fullness within themselves, realizing that no one can fill an inner void. After a moment of intimacy, take some time for yourself. Find a secluded place where peace reigns. Close your eyes and take 3 deep breaths. Imagine the energy you gave gently returning, filling your body. Visualize a golden sphere enveloping you, bestowing support and protection. Feel this sphere filling you with strength. In silence or in a low voice, say, "I am a source of love and energy. I belong to myself. My essence is self-sufficient and powerful. I attract from abundance, not from need." This simple but profound exercise restores energy balance, relieving anxiety and the need for external approval. When a man feels that a woman draws strength from within, that her inner peace does not depend on his presence, he sees something special in her. He understands that she chooses him not out of need, but out of an abundance of feelings. Non-verbal communication, body language as a reflection of the inner world. Often we overestimate the power of words, forgetting that the true impression is formed through non-verbal signals. Body language, tone of voice, gaze, manner of movement, all this eloquently speaks of our inner state and attitude towards ourselves. Louise Hay argued that our thoughts and feeling are reflected in posture, gestures, and how we occupy space. After intimacy, even a woman's silent behavior can convey more than 1,000 words. A confident gait, a sincere smile, an aura of tranquility, all this leaves an indelible emotional mark. This mark becomes an anchor, connecting the woman with a sense of well-being in the man's memory. Body language precedes words, and in some cases exceeds them in power. A straight but natural posture can transform an image from insecurity to magnetism. Keep your back straight, your shoulders relaxed, and your chin parallel to the ground. This posture exudes self-confidence, demonstrating knowledge of your own worth and dignity. The gaze is a powerful tool of influence. You should not stare at a person as if you are looking for confirmation of your safety in them. Look calmly, openly, and confidently. Let your eyes radiate inner peace, not anxiety. A slight smile, more from serenity than from unbridled joy, will complete the picture. Louise Hay rightly argued that the body is a reflection of our inner beliefs. When you are confident in your worth, your body speaks of it without words. Your plasticity is also important. Slow, smooth movements speak of your presence here and now. Haste betrays excitement, while unhurriedness creates a sense of calm, enveloping, mysterious attraction. Energy does not lie. A person may not realize exactly what is happening, but he feels whether your presence soothes him, elevates him, or, on the contrary, alarms and repels him. Now let's talk about energetic foresight, a technique that is of great importance for maintaining long-term attraction. A deep connection is maintained not only during meetings, but also during periods of separation. Remember how the anticipation of an exciting event builds up. The same thing happens in relationships. Constant availability, instant replies to messages, excessive displays of interest kill the very natural mystery that fuels attraction. After an intimate encounter, don't rush to discuss the next one. It's not about playing games, but about being able to enjoy the moment. Let him feel that there is something in you that has not yet been known. Don't answer messages instantly. Let the desire mature. Remember, anticipation is the fuel of genuine desire. You don't need to share all the information about your day. Share only fragments, leaving room for curiosity. Let him feel that there are unexplored depths in you, a whole world that he wants to explore. This makes you not just a guaranteed option, but a fascinating journey that he wants to continue. However, to achieve genuine success in the art of attraction, working on your own consciousness plays a key role. Mental reprogramming becomes a necessary condition for maintaining magnetic energy. Many women, without realizing it, are subject to the influence of deeply ingrained limiting beliefs, such as "I must constantly prove my worth in order to be loved," or "If he doesn't take the initiative in communication, then I made a mistake." Louise Hay, a well-known psychologist, emphasized that such thoughts are like seeds that we grow in our minds, and then harvest time after time in the form of disharmonious relationships. But there is also good news. We are able to change these seeds, sow new, positive beliefs. Use affirmations daily. Write them down, repeat them, and feel their meaning with every cell of your body. I possess a magnetic nature. My energy is enough to attract deep and sincere connections. True love finds me when I am in harmony with myself. I don't need to chase what is meant for me. The genuine comes effortlessly. When you repeat these affirmations with unwavering faith, your mind begins to perceive them as new truths. And when your consciousness transforms, so does your energy. And when your energy changes, your entire reality begins to align with this new vibration. As it becomes clear, maintaining attraction after intimacy has nothing to do with superficial tricks or feigned indifference. It's about becoming a woman who respects herself, recognizes her worth, and radiates such a strong and authentic energy that she becomes unforgettable. When you put into practice tools such as creating a magnetic space, forming your own energy circle, using nonverbal communication, and developing energy foresight, you enter a new era of love. You become a woman who doesn't need to seek attention, because her very presence has incredible attractive power. How do you maintain this ardor over time? How do you achieve not just a return, but a genuine, deep connection? This is where many women lose their spark. They manage to make an impression, get 1 or 2 dates, but then the fire fades, and the spark turns into a smoldering ember. Why does this happen? Genuine magnetism is not a fleeting effort, but a stable state of mind. It's not a matter of applying techniques and then forgetting them, but embodying a certain way of life. This brings us to the question, how do you maintain your magnetism and make attraction long-lasting? First of all, it is necessary to understand that your energy needs constant renewal. A common mistake in relationships is neglecting your inner world after a connection has been established. A woman stops feeding herself with inspiration, does not devote time to herself. Imperceptibly, her vibrations weaken, and she ceases to be the bright and passionate person she was in the beginning. But if you learn to renew yourself, feed your energy, continue to develop and surprise yourself, not only will your partner stay with you, but you yourself will not lose touch with yourself. When it seems that a connection has been established, it is easy to fall into the trap of complacency, focusing all your attention on your partner, his reactions, and his attention. Imperceptibly, you divert energy away from yourself. At this point, you are neglecting one of the most irresistible qualities, energetic independence. Louise Hay said that true fulfillment comes when we stop looking outside for what already lives inside us. This is what attracts a man the most, a woman whose inner light burns brightly, independent of external sources. To maintain this high, radiant, and constantly moving energy, it is necessary to continue to nourish your inner world. How can this be achieved? Devote time to your hobbies and projects, those activities that ignite your soul. Do not allow the relationship to absorb all your attention. Remember, your world existed before you met your partner and must continue to grow and develop after it. Surround yourself with people who raise your vibrations. Social connections are a powerful source of energy. Maintain friendships that inspire, make you laugh, and bring you back to your best version. Don't stop growing, learn new things, challenge your boundaries, travel, explore, listen, and create. When you are in constant development, your energy becomes captivating. Your partner will feel it and understand that there is always something new to discover with you. However, growth in a relationship is only one side of the coin. It is important to avoid falling into a routine, which can become a real enemy of attraction. Often the problem lies not in the absence of love, but in the fading of novelty and freshness of sensations. At the beginning of a romance, everything is filled with bright emotions, discoveries, and pleasant surprises. But if you don't feed the relationship with new energy, over time the spark fades and the former attraction weakens. How can this be avoided? Don't become predictable. Surprise your partner, but not with banal gestures, but with your personal growth. Let him see that you are constantly developing, learning new things, and changing, and that he will never be able to know you completely. This maintains interest and does not allow the magic to disappear. And this is not a game, but a sincere desire for self-improvement. Allow the mystery to work for you. You don't need to lay all your cards on the table and share every little thing in your life. Leave personal space, keep your secrets and experiences. This creates desire, interest, and depth in the relationship. Don't become everything to him. Maintain a balance between your inner world and your relationship. When a man sees that a woman has a rich and interesting life, he is not only attracted, but also inspired by her. This leads us to the next stage, becoming an energetic magnet. This is the foundation of long-term attraction. It's not about flawless looks or always saying the right things, but about being a constant source of positive energy. Louise Hay emphasized the importance of inner balance and emotional well-being, which should be a priority, not a consequence of a relationship. If you want to become such a magnet, make your peace your sacred refuge. Do not shift responsibility for your happiness to others. Learn to support yourself emotionally, even when external circumstances are not ideal. When something bothers you, do not react impulsively. Take a deep breath, analyze the situation, and react consciously. This behavior not only boosts your energy, but also inspires respect and admiration. A woman who can remain calm in turbulent situations possesses incredible appeal. Do not try to attract attention. Become a source of natural attraction when you are happy and self-sufficient. When a person radiates powerful energy, they attract not only other people, but also incredible opportunities, valuable connections, and bright events in all aspects of life. But what if you feel that your inner energy is starting to fade? In any relationship, ups and downs are inevitable. It is important not to avoid these moments, but to be able to overcome them wisely and consciously. If you notice that your partner has become a little distant, or the connection between you has lost its former strength, do not panic and try to artificially regain their attention. Desperate attempts will only push them away. Instead, temporarily shift your attention to yourself, not as punishment, but as a way to restore inner harmony. Focus on raising your vibrations, dedicate time to activities that fill you with life, reconnect with your body, unlock your creative potential, remember your purpose, and take care of yourself as your most precious treasure, because you are that treasure. When a man feels that your energy no longer surrounds him constantly, he will feel emptiness. If the connection between you was sincere, he will soon want to reunite because the soul always strives for what elevates it, and you are that source of inspiration. And finally, the most powerful factor of attraction is your thoughts. Beyond any techniques and strategies, the main secret of constant attractiveness lies in your self-perception. If you feel that you have to make an effort to keep someone around, you radiate an energy of need. But if you realize your self-sufficiency and the value of your presence, you radiate an energy of abundance, attracting all the best to you. The universe favors those who radiate gratitude and confidence. It's time to revise your internal monologue. Forget about thoughts like, "I must do something to arouse his interest." Instead, affirm, "I possess magnetism by nature, my presence is valuable, and whoever is destined to be with me will surely be attracted." Discard the fear of being abandoned and believe in the power of your energy. True connections grow stronger when the energy is sincere. This is not just blind faith, but a daily practice of mindfulness and self-development. When you change your thinking, the world around you also transforms. Your energy soars, relationships blossom, and you become the strongest and most attractive version of yourself. By transforming your thinking, you raise your frequency, and your relationships begin to reflect this new, improved version of you. Life reciprocates when you love yourself first. In the context of relationships, this takes on an even deeper meaning. True attraction is not an accident or a mystery, but a direct reflection of your inner energy. Maintaining attraction after intimacy is not the result of some tricks or manipulations, but a consequence of conscious energy born from self-love and a desire for personal growth. By learning to maintain emotional independence, renew your energy, and avoid falling into the trap of need, you become a woman who radiates magnetism naturally and constantly. In this article, we dispelled the myth that attraction is something random and unpredictable. In fact, the difference between a woman who leaves an indelible mark on a man's heart and one who is easily forgotten lies not in appearance or in what happened during intimacy, but in the energy she maintains when he is not around. We delved into an analysis of typical mistakes that people make, often without noticing it. The desire to find confirmation of their rightness, worry about the reactions of others, and insecurity in connection with others, instead of trusting their inner voice. And most importantly, we have explored effective methods for transforming this energy into genuine magnetism that requires no effort or external validation. Let's briefly recap the main points we covered. 1. creating a magnetic space that allows connections to develop freely, fostering desires without any pressure. 2. Forming your own energetic circle, which ensures the stability and independence of your vibration. 3. Utilizing magnetic nonverbal communication, which conveys confidence and calmness without words, through body language and energy. 4. Applying energetic anticipation, maintaining interest by creating an atmosphere of mystery and avoiding excessive emotional openness. 5. Regular energetic renewal, which prevents connections from fading, allowing you to remain a constantly expanding and evolving universe. However, and this is extremely important, all these tools will be useless if you don't work on the root cause, your mindset. You can possess all the necessary techniques, but if deep down you still feel like you constantly need to do something to earn love, that vibration will be transmitted outward. As a result, you will only attract reflections of that need into your life. However, when you realize your self-sufficiency, when you feel like a complete person without needing to add anything, justify yourself, or chase after something, your energetic field becomes truly irresistible. After all, the most important thing to remember is that you yourself are the source of attraction. There is no need to become someone else. It is enough to return to your true self, remember your power, return to your center, and rekindle your inner light. True love, profound passion, and genuine intimacy grow not from a sense of acute need, but from emotional abundance. Therefore, instead of asking yourself, "How do I get him back?" set yourself a much more challenging and inspiring task. How do I become a self-sufficient, attractive, and harmonious person? When you reach this state, what is destined for you will come to you effortlessly. I want to offer you a challenge that will be a turning point in your life. Choose one of the methods we discussed today and put it into practice this week. Don't wait until you feel ready, and don't get bogged down in excessive analysis. Just act, live, observe your feelings, and most importantly, trust yourself. In addition to this, I urge you to work on your mindset daily. Use powerful affirmations such as, "My energy is enough. I attract from a state of fullness, not need. What is meant for me comes to me easily and freely." And when you do, I would be happy if you share your impressions in the comments. Tell me which technique resonated with you the most, what changes you noticed in yourself, even in the smallest details. Our community brings together bold and conscious women who are ready to build relationships based on elevated feelings. If you have read this far, it speaks to your readiness to transform not only your relationships, but also your attitude towards yourself. You are ready to awaken the powerful woman who already lives inside you. Share in the comments what you liked the most and which technique you will try first. I carefully read every message and rejoice when I see these insights begin to materialize in real life. If you enjoyed our material, don't forget to like it and join our subscribers. On our channel, we discuss issues that have real power to transform your energy, mindset, and inner potential. See you in the next episode, where we will continue our exploration of using your own vibrations to build sincere relationships filled with love and mutual growth. In the meantime, take care of your energy, because it is your most valuable asset.